Hello, this is Julie Gizzi, an Executive Director with Pampered Chef. And today I'm going to teach you how to take something like zucchini and turn it into zucchini linguine marinara. So super easy to do, way faster than making spaghetti, and I'm going to use our rock crock to do that. This is a cross between cookware and stoneware, and probably one of the most versatile tools that you'll have in your kitchen. We're going to do this all in the microwave today. So between this and the veggie strip maker, it's super easy to do. This little piece of plastic doesn't feel like much, but wait till you see what we do here. So I've got some zucchini, and I'm just going to cut off the ends very simply. My favorite knife in the world. And we're going to turn these into linguine. So if you just take your zucchini and just put your hand flat over the top, you're just going to go straight across. Okay, so let's imagine you wanted to make spaghetti for dinner. You decide you're going to boil some water, and then you're going to boil your noodles. And all of that's going to take some time, right? Well, in the time that all of this zucchini is stripped and cooked, you're going to be eating before the pasta water would even be boiling. So we're just going to keep going all the way around, and you'll see I'm rotating to the point where I don't want to get the seeds from the zucchini. Now in the summertime, when you're growing zucchini in the garden, or your neighbors might have given you some, you're going to find that zucchinis get really big in the summer because they go from little to huge overnight. And so you might have more seeds in the center than you do when you pick them up at the grocery store this time of year. So there we go. We've got all of the zucchini stripped. Check this out. It's like linguine, right? So it's thicker than a grating attachment. It's really more like pasta, or like linguine. So this super easy recipe. I'm going to take some garlic, just a single clove. So if you're not familiar with fresh garlic, this is a bulb. We need a clove, so just one of them. You don't need to peel it. Just stick your garlic in there. One good squish, and all that garlic is out. And then you can use this little tool, scrape over the back, and then pull out your peel, just like that. I'm going to show you what to do with these veggie scraps in just a little bit. The next thing I'm going to do is add sauce. So your favorite spaghetti sauce, you don't even need to measure. So if you don't like to measure a lot, this recipe is perfect for you. I like to do about half a jar of sauce, and if you like, add some salt and pepper to your liking. And I'm using all Pampered Chef products here today. This is our salt and pepper mill, and that's it. I'm going to cover it, and we're going to stick it in the microwave. So hang tight. For this amount of zucchini, just under 5 minutes is probably perfect. So the key when you're doing veggie noodles is you don't want to overcook. If you overcook your zucchini, you're going to have soft, mushy zucchini, and I can guarantee you your family's not going to be terribly impressed with that. So always undercook it. Pretty much as soon as steam starts to rise from the zucchini, it's ready to go. So same thing if you are using your veggie strip maker and you are stripping things like eggplant or carrots. If you intend to use them in place of pasta, you don't want to overcook because then it won't taste very good. I also love to use this on potatoes for hash browns, and it's wonderful for cauliflower rice. So when you want to do cauliflower, stick this in a bowl and just rub your raw cauliflower head back and forth, and you're going to have rice that you can use for cauliflower fried rice, or if you like to make rice cauliflower crust for pizzas for a gluten-free option, you can do that. So what do you do with all these veggie scraps? So here's an example. I keep this bag of veggie scraps in my freezer, and every time I have some veggie scraps, I simply add more to the bag. So in here there's carrot skins and sweet potato skins and onion skins. Just keep dumping your veggie scraps in there. And once this is completely full, I'll just dump it into a stock pot like the rock crock that's in the microwave right now. I'll add a bit of water, bring it to a simmer, and just let it simmer for about 40 minutes. Then I'll turn the heat off, and once it's cool, I'll strain, and I have veggie broth. So I'll typically strain, after I strain the veggie broth, I'll freeze it in 2-cup increments, And so anytime I'm making a recipe that calls for veggie broth or even chicken broth, I'll just substitute the veggie broth instead. And this is stuff that you would just throw away, so why not get another use out of it? So I love to take that tip to save money and to help make things that I'm steaming, like even rice, a little more flavorful. So your rock crocks are going to get hot in the microwave. We've got a couple of different products that make it easy to pull those out. So these are microwave grips, and it makes it easy to take your hot things out of the microwave. They're made of silicone, so they're really easy to clean up. And if they get wet, of course, the heat doesn't go straight through the pot, so it makes it easy. So you heard me talk about the rock crock earlier. This rock crock is called the Everyday Rock Crock. It holds 2.5 quarts, and so the same diameter as the one that we're using for the zucchini, which is a 4-quart rock crock. So what makes these so special? As I mentioned, they're a cross between cookware and stoneware. You can absolutely use them everywhere. In your microwave, on your stovetop, in the oven, under the broiler, on the grill, and they're dishwasher safe. So they're super versatile. What do you use them for? I'll just give you kind of a day in the life of a rock crock. So in the morning, you can make a rock crock omelet. Super easy. It's something that my family loves. I simply take the veggie strip maker, I grab a couple of red potatoes, I get those all stripped, and I throw it into the rock crock with some onions and chopped red peppers, some garlic, a little bit of olive oil or butter, and then I throw it in the microwave for about 5 minutes until the veggies are softened, and then whip up 8 eggs with half a cup of milk and some salt and pepper. If you like to add some seasoning like Greek rub or some basil, Italian seasoning, you can add some of that to it. And then you're gonna pour it right over the vegetables after they've cooked for 5 minutes. If you like some grated cheese, add that if you like. 9 minutes in the microwave and you've got this really beautiful breakfast for your family. For dessert, Ghirardelli brownie mix. Just mix it up like the box says, put it in your rock crock. 6 minutes in the microwave. You can have brownies in just 6 minutes. If you like to make fireball brownies, to that same brownie mix, add a teaspoon of cinnamon and a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne, and you'll have a spicy, delicious brownie that's delicious with a little bit of whipped cream on top. So those are a couple of options. You can do a baked apple oatmeal. I love to do that. Or if you like a quick dinner idea, this is something I often do at cooking shows. We do pulled pork sliders or pulled shredded chicken sliders. Sliced onion on the bottom, put your your pork tenderloin on top, some barbecue rub, cover, 13 minutes, and they're done. So super easy. You can do the same thing with chicken or fajitas in 14 minutes. So these pieces allow you to do all sorts of things. Let's take a look at our, I'll bring the zucchini linguine out. I'm just gonna set this towel here. Okay, so I told you, you only want to cook it until steam arises. So let's take a look together and see if we were going to have some steam. And there's some there, so we're good. Basically, you just want to warm this up. We don't want it to be soft. So give it a stir. Ooh, that looks good. So I like to suggest that you use the nicest sauce you can afford for this recipe. It's so worth it. So instead of spaghetti, our zucchini linguine is done. And in the time that you watch this video, this is ready for a side dish. So what would you serve this with? Based on your family's interests, you could serve it by itself. You could add a can of cannellini beans for a vegetarian option. You could add some grilled chicken on the side or grilled shrimp. You could treat this as a side dish or as a main. I love this just as a healthy, quick recipe. And I hope if you've never tried turning vegetables into noodles, that you'll give it a try. And these couple of products will make it super easy to do. Goodbye for now.